Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, it's been a couple of weeks gap in between. I had my wisdom teeth out and it honestly took about 3 to 4 weeks before I felt good again. I had really bad swelling. I couldn't swallow or eat solid food for the first 2 weeks, and I thought I'd better off wait until I'm fully recovered to do this vlog. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me using my favorite products from Bali Body. This is Bali Body. I'm sure everyone's probably heard of them. It's an Australian vegan-friendly, cruelty-free skincare and tanning brand. So today I will be reviewing their products whilst I get ready, and also their new tanning mousse, which I've recently discovered and fallen in love with. I've obviously used many tanning brands in my time. We all love a summer glow, and this is one of my favorites from their newest range. I haven't tried the face water yet, but I use this on my face as well and just mix it with moisturizer once I put it on. So I will give you the rundown on that and let's get started. So this is the Late Night Lover bundle by Bali Body. Inside it is the shimmering body oil, the moisturizing lotion, the BB cream, and also the lip balm. These are the products I use the most. I use the tanning oils when I'm at the beach, but obviously coming into winter now, I won't be using those. This is the Bali Body BB cream, which I use in the shade Natural. I apply it with my hands just because I find that's probably the best way to really get in around your nose and everything. I have used a brush in the past, but I find that the fibers get stuck on my face. I don't know if that's just the brush I'm using or if that's kind of for everyone as well. So I just use my hands. I usually like to give it a bit of a shake first, just so the product is mixed properly. And the things I love most about this is that it has SPF 15, which is really good in summer. Obviously being in the sun, you want to protect your skin. I can't often use sunscreen on my face. I find it quite oily and it just either slides off or I end up with a breakout the next day. So this is good because it's got the SPF 15 plus, but it is also a little bit of coverage. It kind of gives a dewy look. So we'll start by putting that on. So this just gives a really subtle glow. It's a dewy finish. It is very light coverage. So if you do need any extra coverage, I would probably recommend popping a powder on top. I'm going to be flying to the Gold Coast this afternoon to get dinner with a friend, and then I'm going to be spending a couple of days up there to see my friends and family before I start my new job. Yeah, I'm going to be doing an everyday look that is kind of both day to night. So as you can see, it is a very light coverage. It's very dewy, glowy. It's quite subtle. It doesn't really look like foundation or anything. And it's got the added benefits of being a skincare cream, which is nice. It's got hyaluronic acid, green tea extract. Is also good for the skin as well as having that little bit extra coverage. It just adds a nice shade to my skin. It blends very easily, which is good. And looks really natural. So that is my base done. I'm just gonna go wash this off my hands so I can get into it. Alrighty, so now that I have my base on, it is time to do blush. I thought before that I would probably tell you more about the new tanning mousse. Like I said before, this is a new product. It's only just been released here in Australia, and it is a tinted self-tanning mousse. When you put it on, you use a mitt. I'll show you what that looks like. It is it's just like a really soft mitt, but basically it means that you have a really streak-free, even coverage, which is important once you're putting it on. You don't want to be streaky. And I use that together with the mousse. It is just one color, the color dark, which works for every skin tone. It's kind of got a color guide technology. It is something that is perfect in the way that you don't have to wear it to bed and marinate in it. I know when I was really young, the tan technology back then, you had to lie in bed for 8 hours and everything just stunk. This is so good in the way that it doesn't smell bad. It is really, it dries quickly so you don't get sticky or anything. I find that the product is very easy to apply. It takes me 5 minutes. I get into the shower, exfoliate, wash my skin, dry it thoroughly, and then I use the mitt and apply it all over my body. I do my face last. It's probably because I don't want it to be too dark, and then I use the moisturizing lotion just to blend it in together. I leave it on for about 1 to 2 hours. I think that's plenty of time. You don't want it to overdevelop or go too dark. I mean, maybe you do if that's your thing, but I like it to just look like a natural subtle glow. And it is tinted, so you can see where it is once you're applying it, which is good because then you know if you've missed anywhere, like on your back or the backs of your legs. So it's tinted, fast drying, streak free, it doesn't smell, it's really easy to use. I mean, you can use it for an hour before, wash it off, and then go out and it looks like you've had a spray tan done the day before. It's really easy going, which is perfect for people on the go that don't have that much time, to be honest. So once I have tanned and washed it off, after I get out of the shower, I lather myself in this, which is the Bali Body moisturizing lotion. This is also what I put a little bit of on my face once the tan's on, just to kind of blend it out. And it is really hydrating. It's great to wear overnight in bed. It just helps nourish your skin, and it has aloe vera as one of the main ingredients. So it actually does penetrate your skin and hydrate from within, which is nice. Back to makeup. Sorry, I just dropped that. Back to makeup. So we've done our base. Now the next thing I do is my blush. I also contour a little bit. I don't have any on right now, as you can see. What I use is this angled brush. I believe the brand is Youngblood, and then I also use the Youngblood contour palette. That's exactly what it's called. And it comes with a range of different colors. So what I do is I love mixing shit, but I mix the two darker colors together and I just pop them on the end of the brush, tap it off. Might look a little bit dark, but once I blend it out with my blush, it's fine. So I basically just contour my cheeks. I know some people that contour their nose, like by putting a little bit here and a little bit here. You can do that. That's a lot of effort. But yeah, if you want to change the shape of your nose, or sometimes people do their hairline just to get a bronzed look, which is nice too. Sometimes I do that, but not often. So that's about it for contouring. Not gonna do the cake bake or whatever it is. Then for blush, I use Becca, which is the Becca Snapdragon. I got this for Christmas and I've been obsessed with it. It is a really bright, peachy kind of pink color. I use that with a blush brush, nothing special, Youngblood once again. So what I do is I do the same. I just put it on, tap it off a little bit, and then just apply it to the apples of my cheeks. I kind of go a bit blush crazy. I really like blush. I even apply it up like way too high, but I don't know, I just love the color it gives. And it just makes you look like you've kind of been flushed from the sun. So I'm a bit blush crazy. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll show you close up what it looks like. You can see the coverage from the BB cream is really lightweight. It's very even. You can use it at day, at night. Like I go to the beach with it, and then I also add extra and put it on at night. And just for like an everyday look, it's really easy. And it's nice because it doesn't look too cakey. Alrighty, so that is my blush done. Now for my eyebrows. This is an angled brush, and I believe it's also Youngblood. I use it with a MAC Brow Duo Blonde Powder. As you can see, I've kind of, like that's, yeah, I use it every day because I need more brows. Naturally, I don't have many eyebrows. I have some, but I mean, they're not very dark, so I like to add a little bit extra. I will do this in another mirror because it's going to be a bit tricky to do it to the camera. So I'll show you once it's done, but basically take a look. There's not much there. It definitely needs something. So let me quickly do this and then I'll be right back. If you can see, but this is what my eyebrows look like after I've done them. I fill them in with a little bit of powder. Once I put powder in my brows, I finish off with a Gimme Brow Plus by Benefit. This is kind of like a volumizing gel on a little spool brush. And I like doing it because it just adds a little bit extra to my eyebrows. It kind of just makes them look a little bit more fluffy, which is nice. Because not all of us were blessed with such great brows. Lucky for this. I like brushing them up as well. I don't know if that's strange, but I always look at people with really bushy brows, and for some reason they're kind of that little bit stray, which I think is really cool. So I brush mine up. Alrighty, brows, base, contour, blush are done. Then afterwards what I do is I'll do a highlight. What I use is the Becca Opal powder. This is just a travel size one. It comes in a full size one as well. When I bought it like a year ago, I just bought the travel one. I wasn't sure if it was the right color for me. So anyway, I pop it on with my finger, which is fine. It just heats up the product and then it blends really well into the Bali Body BB cream, which is nice. I put a little bit above my lip. As you can see, it looks amazing. Another really popular color from this brand is the Champagne Pop, but I cannot say that I've tried it yet. I like to use everything until it kind of runs out and then replace it. Otherwise you just end up with cluttered makeup drawers with the 3 of the same thing. So once this one runs out, I will definitely review Champagne Pop for everyone. I don't know if you can see, but it is a really nice highlighter. Another trick that I learned from my friend Maddie is you can use the shimmering body oil as a highlighter. So I often use it on my body. It's not a daytime product. It's made for after hours. It's just an oil with shimmer through it and a bronze kind of color. I usually put it on my body or on my legs depending what part's showing, and then it's really nice in flash photography. It makes you look really even skin tone and kind of not shimmery but glowing. So that's what I use, but Mads actually told me that if you use a tiny bit, you can actually use it as highlighter as well. So I'm gonna give that a go. So it's just a very nice shimmery bronze look. It smells divine, it smells like coconut, and it reminds me of a holiday, so definitely a goer. I usually put it all over my body wherever is exposed, but she told me that you can actually add it to your highlighter, so I'm gonna give that a red hot crack. That is one way to make everything pop. Oil her up. I'll rub the rest of that in. It gives a really nice glow. This is amazing for photo shoots as well, because when you're on the beach shooting, you want everything to be really even and have that kind of summer glow. I don't know if you can really tell in this light. Well, you kind of can, yeah. Definitely don't wear it in the sun in summer because you burn yourself. It doesn't have SPF. It's not made for the daytime. It's made for nighttime, super hydrating. I'll read some of the ingredients. So The main ingredient is coconut oil, of course, that's why it smells so good. And then it does have olive fruit oil, jojoba oil, and a couple of other ingredients for the color. I definitely recommend. I'm so glowy. So next we're going to do my eyes. I do the same look every day. I just use a base color, then I put some stuff on the outer corner, and that's about it. I add eyeliner if I'm lucky and a top mascara and we're good to go. So I'm gonna give you a little rundown of what I use and how I do it. So I use a MAC Fluffy 217. This is the palette I use. Anastasia Beverly Hills, Modern Renaissance. They are all really warm autumn kind of colors, which I think go well year round. I use the one Primavera, which is kind of gross looking in this palette because I've used it so much, but basically I use that on the whole eyelid. Then I take my Urban Decay. This is an old brush. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with it, but anyway, it is a fluffy on one end and then a tiny little brush on the other. I use that on the outside of, I don't even know really what they call that part of your eye, but like the outer V shape, I guess, to contour my eye. The colors I use from the Modern Renaissance palette are the Real Gar and Burnt Orange, and I mix them together, which you wouldn't be so surprised about if you watched my previous video. I'll mix everything. And I put these on the outer corner of my eye. These colors are both matte, so I put the shimmer on the inside and then the matte on the outside. This just creates some nice definition around my eye, and then in photos the color doesn't kind of wash out. I find if I put dark shimmery colors on the outside of my eye and it's nighttime, the flash just dilutes the color. So this is one way of having great color payoff. Don't know what the name of that is, but it's like a flat kind of brush. I mix the two colors again. So I put a little bit underneath my eye and then I go back in with my blendy and just blend it out. That looks blended. Enough anyway. So this is my blendy eye. Still looking super natural. So to finish off the look, I use Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. It is on sale at Woolworths for $10. Just a great staple. And I just put it on my top eyeline. Sometimes I put it on the bottom if I'm going for a darker, smokier look. But yes, I'll quickly pop it on and show you. Sorry that I'm cutting you out a little bit. It is hard to do two things at once. So let me quickly do this and then I'll show you what it looks like. Does anyone else pull really weird faces? I honestly always open my mouth. I can't close it. I don't know what it is. So that is the way I do my base, eyes, cheeks, and last of all are lips. Also in the Late Night Lovers bundle by Bali Body, there is the Bali Body Coconut Lip Balm. I use this throughout the day and night. It also has SPF 15, so you can wear it to the beach and know that it's protecting your lips. It's super hydrating and just gives a little bit of gloss without being too crazy. What I do is I actually put on a lip color beforehand, which is usually this Boldly Bare by MAC lip liner. I use that and just kind of press a little bit of color on so my lips have some color, and then I add the Bali Body Coconut Lip Balm. It's super easy to apply. You can kind of already see that I've mixed it. You can put it on your finger first if you want, but I just put it straight on. So this is the final look after my get ready with me using my favorite Bali Body products. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Or if you have any added tips, I would love to know them. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any recommendations for videos in the future, let me know and I will be happy to do them for you. I would love to know what you guys would want to see and what you want to know. And if you want to see a wisdom tooth vlog, I'm more than happy to do that, because I'm sure a lot of girls and guys around this age have to go through that. So I would love to give you my personal opinion on the experience. Stay tuned and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye.